Hello, hello, hello. My friends, ¿cómo están? Espero estén súper, súper bien because I am super, super happy. Bueno, yo siempre estoy happy, pero es solamente cuando, like I'm not always, always happy. Like I know that everybody tells me like, you're always so happy, you're always so bubbly. Yes, I have like a lot of energy, pero no significa that I'm always really like happy like this. Sometimes, trust me, I get emotional, I get hormonal, I cry. I'm a human being, guys. I'm a human being. I can be perfect, almost, but not there. Not just kidding. I hope you guys are good today. I am really, really happy to be here because guess what, guys? I was determined to make this video and to make this podcast. Actually, this is my second try. Um, and I was really upset at the fact that I spent 25 minutes talking the first time and I didn't achieve anything because this little thing right here wasn't on. And then on top of that, my camera, my nice camera is not working. So I'm just gonna do whatever I can and I go with the flow and it's gonna happen and I'm gonna be successful and I'm gonna make this thing today. I'm not giving up. Yeah, that's my truth. That's reality. Sometimes you got to go with the flow. Sometimes you have to adapt and you also have to like bend down and trust the process. We can't be in control of everything. And I learned that through mindfulness, which is the topic of today. Guys, it's amazing how mindfulness can transform your life. Um, I can't say that mindfulness happened to me from one day to another. And I'm like, oh my God, one day I switch a light bulb and I was like, oh, I'm so mindful today. I am so mindful for the rest of my life. No, it's not like that, guys. It actually was ugly for me. But I feel like it was a process that I need to go through. And I truly, truly appreciate what I have now and the way I live my life now and how I handle things now. And this is what I wanted to talk about, with you guys today, how mindfulness can actually be so helpful and so convenient and also very, at some point, essential for your well being. As you may know, like I endured a lot of trauma growing up, and I went through a lot of things growing up, and I went to therapy, and when I was doing that, my counselor introduced me to mindfulness, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" I don't know. I can't get it. Like there was a lot of things like me going through therapy now. I'm like, oh my God, like I was such a stubborn little Laura. And I've been always a stubborn person. And I sometimes like question too many things and I don't trust the process. Like for me, it's kind of like I want to be in control and I want things the way I want them, the way I want to do them. And whenever things don't go my way or whenever something is off, like I try to fix it. And let's say if they don't have something that I want specifically how I want it, I'll make it. Like I make something and I'll figure something out so I can have it the way I want to have it. And that's something that happened to me a lot in therapy. Like I wanted things my way and I wanted to heal my way, and a lot of times I didn't trust the process and I didn't let my therapist guide me and take my hand, to a better path and in a faster way. But you know what? We all live different experiences and we all walk in a different path, and our time comes whenever our time comes. Como decimos en español, cuando es para ti, ni aunque te pongas, no mentiras, cuando no es para ti, ni aunque te pongas, y cuando es para ti, ni aunque te quites. And I truly live by that now. Because I'm like, you know what? I can't control everything. And even though I get stressed out and I curse everybody out, I'm not kidding. That sometimes I do that, and then I feel so guilty, and then I ask for forgiveness to God, and then I go to my prayer room, and then I'm like, God, why you do this to me? Not just kidding. But yeah, I sometimes, I get stressed out and I want to control things. But one of the things I learned through mindfulness is that to live in the today. So basically, mindfulness is that. Mindfulness is learning to live in the now, in the today, and to always keep in mind that no matter what we do, we cannot change yesterday or what happened in the past. And no matter what we do, well, yeah, but no, no matter what we do and how much we want to control, whenever things happen, they happen to us. And we can't change our future, our destiny somehow. So what do I mean by that? Is that, yeah, whatever happened yesterday could have changed my now, my today. Why are things happening today? But like I said before, like we all in this path, and we all have different end destination, right? Like maybe that me, I'm walking right by side my husband, let's say. But my husband, because of his destination or his destiny or his end route is different, he may take another route to get to maybe a place where we're gonna meet, or I may get what is it? May take a detour to go, or maybe I get a shortcut or he gets a shortcut, but we may come back to life, or we're gonna end up wherever we need to end up. And a lot of our past experience, yes, they shape us, but they don't define us, and they don't necessarily predict your future, because we always have the now. And that's why mindfulness is so important, because we always have the now. Yes, yesterday I was hurt. Yes, yesterday I was crying. Yes, yesterday I was hurting, but today I have the opportunity to be better today, to stay in the ground, to say, you know what, today I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of this little thing, and I'm going to do this little step, and I'm not going to stress myself about this little thing. And we have the choice, but we only have it in the now. And that's the most important basic thing about mindfulness, let's say, is to know that we only have the now. Like even a moment ago, like I didn't have I can't change, I mean, the past, and I can't change the moment ago where my microphone wasn't working. Like I can't go back to it and be like, shoot, I forgot to turn it on, right? Like we live in the moment by moment, and that's one of the main lessons, I guess, when you start practicing mindfulness. So mindfulness to me, when I started practicing, guys, oh my God, I have to tell you guys this. I'm sorry. Like I'm venting and I'm exposing myself, and I'm like talking about myself, um, but this is what happened to me. I started practicing mindfulness, right? And in I'll talk about it later, but like I want to get to this story. When I started practicing mindfulness, I decided, okay, so I'm gonna live in the right now, in the like moment by moment, minute by minute. Like right now, I'm here and I want to enjoy this here right now. And later, maybe I'll be cooking, or I'll be like working, or I'll be like doing something else. And I also want to enjoy that moment. So for me, it was like, I want to enjoy the moment. Like I want to like remember, like I remember one guy, I don't remember his name, Jay something. I forgot his name. I forgot his last name. Shoot, I forgot his last name, but his name is Jay. And he was saying like how to be mindful, right? Like you have to, if you want to truly experience something and you want to remember it forever, you want to be connected and get all your senses involved. Like whenever you're having a happy moment, like if you want that memory to last forever, try to smell, like smell something, like recognize a smell in that moment, and try to feel something. Try to remember how, let me give you an example, like try to remember what that felt like for me, like right now, right? Like I smell the breeze. Also smell this water that I have here that has collagen. And it smells like mango, and it's giving me like a smell all the way here. And I can sense this and look around and see what you have around. For example, like I have a statue right here in front of me. I have my candles in the back that I got from Switzerland. I got a picture here. I got my water. Like, what is it that I see here? What calls my attention? Like, at the moment, this is calling my attention. I'm holding it and I'm loving it. And I am enjoying this moment. So that happens when you want to experience, when you're going through an experience and you want that experience to last and your memories forever, you have to engage all your senses. But how many times do we do that? How many times do we really, really do this, people? Like, I don't like, and sometimes I'm living in the moment and I forget to do it. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't do that. And even though I have it so present and I have it so engraved in my mind now, like I have to enjoy those moments and I want to enjoy those moments. Even then, I feel like I miss sometimes, like I miss a lot of times, like I had a beautiful moment during the summer and I forgot to do my exercises because I was so caught off guard and I was so happy and nervous in the moment that it didn't happen. I still remember it, but I feel like it's probably going to go away, that memory, like whenever I get old or, things happens and your memory, you lose a lot of the memories that you lose a lot of the memories of experiences in your life. So when I started doing that, I remember one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just enjoy every moment. So I was driving and I told myself, I'm gonna enjoy driving. I want to enjoy driving now because I hate driving and I'm not good at driving. I don't like to drive, and I always have to have a distraction when I'm in the car. I also have to have like a podcast going on, music, or I'm thinking about something else. I don't know if this happens to you, but like, have you ever been in a situation where you left your house, you got to the place, let's say work, because you go to work, let's say every single day, and and then you got there, but you don't remember anything that happened during the transition during the road or during the process to get there. It has happened to me so many times. So I decided I don't want to do that anymore. Like I want to remember, I want to be present. And trust me, I'm not good at that. I still feel like I need a podcast. I can't waste my time. And I need something to distract me from the road. Sometimes I call my friends, things like that. But that day in specific, I decided I wanted to be mindful. And I remember like I was driving down the road and I was coming home and I was entering like a little what's it called? Like a straight road, but it's kind of small to my house. It didn't have anything. Back in the day, the house where I lived was a lot of construction going on, so the field was completely plain. The because the community was so new, the trees were very small, and as I turned and I drove into that avenue, boulevard. I don't know what it is. Kingsland Boulevard. Yeah, it's a boulevard. So as I drove through that road boulevard, I out of nowhere, I'm telling you, this is the truth. Out of nowhere, started looking at the trees so small, and I was like, oh my God, I can't even imagine how these trees are gonna look like in 10 years from now. This is so beautiful what they're doing. Like so many trees on this whole road, and they're gonna grow so big, and I'm gonna be like here to experience it. And then I looked up and I looked in this to the sky, and I was like, oh my Lord, how beautiful this sky is today. You look at the sky today, it's beautiful too. And I was like, oh my God, how beautiful is this sky? And it's so big. The sky is so big. It has no clouds. That moment it had zero clouds. And I was like, I can't believe like there is an infinity. Like there's no end to this thing. And this sky is so huge. And we can't even see like what's up there. And it's so clear now. But even then, like I can't even reach the end of it. And it's so big, and I was like so impressed by the by the sky, and it sounds so silly, but in the moment I was like, what the heck did I do? Like, where do I come from? Like, did I drink something and someone put something in my drink? Because this is not me. Like, out of nowhere, like I feel high, I feel like this is not me. Like, I'm not used to this. And it's true, like I wasn't used to enjoying the moment, and looking at little things, and paying attention to little small details like that, right? Like everyone I think misses, the sky at certain time. Like when you go to work, like you're not paying attention to the sky, like sometimes you're like drinking your coffee and trying to wake up, trying to get ready to grind. And that day I was like, oh my God, did I drink something? Did someone put something in my drink? Like, no, but I wasn't coming from that. I was coming from the supermarket actually. So I was like, no way. I am experiencing mindfulness, and this is amazing. I love it. And ever since I decided I wanted to continue to learn what is mindfulness and how can I incorporate it more into my life in different areas of my life, and things like that. So, what I have learned in mindfulness is that to me is like being in the now, enjoying the now, but also without a judge, or without the judgment. Um, Many times, we live in the now, but we're like in a rush, or we're like judge everything that we're not doing, or that we're supposed to be doing, and we're not getting there. So for instance, I'm gonna tell you something that just happened to me right now, like a few moments ago. So I met with this person yesterday who's helping me with my brand, who's helping me with everything. And I decided, okay, today is Tuesday and tomorrow the podcast has to launch. That I have to upload a podcast. And we decided, yes, it's the right thing. And we need to get concentrated. We need to be more aggressive with that. And I said, yes, yes, I'm gonna do. I don't care. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna definitely get the podcast going. So today I was getting ready to to do this, because hello, I have to take a shower and get ready, like I'm not going to be here in PJs. So I got up, I went to work out, and then I took a shower. I was doing my hair. As I was doing my makeup, I got a text message from my son, and he's asking me to please bring him lunch to school. Let me tell you, in that moment, I was like, I cannot believe this. This is not okay. Like, how is he telling me 30 minutes before his lunch to bring him lunch? I am running late. I already wasted my time, doing whatever I was doing in the kitchen. And now I'm running late. Now I'm going to be delayed. And this is not okay. I don't want to do this. I can't go. So I texted him and I said, you know what? I'm going to try, but I'm not promising anything. But I said that just for him. not to feel bad. I knew I wasn't gonna go. And then I was like, I'm gonna go. And like, I can't do this. I have to do my hair. I gotta do my makeup. I gotta do my podcast. That's my number one thing this today. It's my podcast. I cannot just go and have lunch with him and not film my podcast. And then when as I was doing, my makeup and I was finishing my makeup, I remembered I'm in the now. I'm in the today. You know how many times I wish I was going to lunch with my son, or I could have lunch with my son or my daughter when I was a teacher. I was a teacher for a long time and I wasn't able to make it to any of the activities in school. I wasn't able to eat lunch with them. I wasn't able to do a lot of things that my husband was able to do. I wasn't able to do because I was at school teaching. And today when I was, doing my makeup, I said, "You know what? This is why I quit teaching education because I wanted to have more time for my kids. I wanted to enjoy doing more with my kids and I wanted to be home and cook meals and be happy and enjoy more of my family with my kids and my husband and everyone." And I went to freaking school for that. And I cried so many times and I wanted to drop everything and quit everything. And I almost didn't graduate because I submitted a paperwork wrong. And I went through so much struggles to get where I am today, where I am mostly working from home. I have a flexible job. I can work the hours that I want to and get the job done like later at night if I want to, or in the morning if I want to. It gives me that joy, like I'm truly, truly blessed and I'm truly, truly enjoying my moment right now. But when I was in my head, when I was stressed and I was like upset about my kid asking me to take him lunch, I wasn't thinking about that. But when I come in the now, in the what I am enjoying now, what I am doing now, that changed my perspective completely. I was like, you know what? I worked for this. My past decisions have led me to this. And now I can enjoy this. And I can truly enjoy my moment and I can truly go and have lunch with him. So I decided I went to have lunch. I took him lunch and I decided this is what I wanted to do for a long time and now I'm doing it. So I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm enjoying it now and without a judgment. And that's my point, without a judgment, because I could have judged myself for not coming here on time, not doing this podcast on time, then not being able to cook for my kids dinner or not being able to submit a paperwork on time or when I wanted to, or not help, somebody or not go outside. I actually wanted to water my plants this morning and I didn't. So I could have judged myself for not doing that. But then I go back to the now and I say, you know what? I'm not able to do that right now, but I'll probably get to it in the evening, or I'll probably get to that later. But right now I am enjoying what I'm doing and I'm gonna make a decision that's gonna give me a reward and it's gonna make me feel better about myself and it's gonna make me feel better about my life as a mother, as a whole bunch of things. And I'm gonna go have lunch with my son. So I went and I enjoyed it. I gave him a lot of kisses and a lot of love, and we ate together. And I didn't eat, but he ate. But all of that happened because I didn't allow myself to judge, and I didn't allow myself to stress about this podcast. So whenever you stay in the here and in the now, you're going to learn that there are other things that bring you joy and that you rather do, and that the other things that you got to do, they're going to come. You're going to get to them later, sooner or later, but you'll get to them and you're going to succeed and you're going to get whatever you need to get at the moment that you are supposed to be there. So mindfulness help you with that. It helps you to stay present, to stay in the moment, and to also not judge yourself for not accomplishing everything in one day. Another, I wrote some notes, so I'm gonna kind of like look on my phone, but the things um that I wanted to talk about is that, mindfulness does promote mental well being. It promotes or it helps you with emotional regulation and overall life satisfaction. And why? Because you stay connected with yourself, because you live in the moment and you don't judge yourself so much. So you are able to enjoy more. And because, like I said, I when I want to, experience something, I involve all of my senses and I stay in the moment and I make sure that, my mind um, engraves that experience in my head and in my brain, right? But um, one of the three reasons why you should consider practicing mindfulness is a stress reduction. Mindfulness has been shown to reduce stress by helping individuals develop a greater awareness of their thoughts and feelings. By practicing mindfulness, people can learn to recognize the stressors and respond to them in a calmer, more balanced way. And that, to me, that I have experienced a lot of trauma before growing up, that has helped me a lot because I do get to recognize my stressors. Like I know the difference now where I'm at peace, I'm at joy, I'm coming from love, I'm coming from a joyful, peaceful experience in spirit. My spirit is at it's at peace. Then when I come from like a very bad, stressed mental being and like in my head and like I'm like anxious and stressed and all of this, like mindfulness has helped me, learn about myself more than anything. I'm learning about when I'm stressed, when I'm triggered, when I am in my trauma, and I recognize my triggers now and my stressors. And then I also have that other side when I feel so peaceful, so calm, so joyed and in love. Like I love what I'm doing, I love what I experience, I come from love. So that's one of the reasons, right? It reduces the stress. Then number two is improves mental health. And research has demonstrated that mindfulness can have a positive impact on your mental health, including reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. And by cultivating a non judgmental awareness of one's thoughts and emotions, individuals can develop a healthier relationship with their mental states and increase their resilience in the face of adversity. Like I said, when you are, in a moment, right? Like you don't have to judge yourself for the decisions that you're making. You don't have to even feel guilty about the feelings that you're feeling. A lot of us, like I'm like sometimes, like guys, I swear, like whenever I'm about to get my period, uh, I get so emotional, and I'm like, why the heck am I crying? Why? This is not a reason to cry. But then I'm like, you know what, body, like enjoy it, like cry. I actually try to I try to cry as often as I can now, because guess what? As there is a scientific research that shows that we what's it called? We what's the word? We expose. I think that's the word. Ah, anyway, whenever we cry, our tears carry cortisol, and that means that the hormone that give us stress and make us stressful, we get rid of those through our tears. So whenever we angry, whenever we're stressed, it's good to cry because you like release it through your tears. Even if your body is not, releasing the stress, if you hold your tears, like you don't feel that release. Have you noticed that whenever, like, if you're like super super mad and then you cry, you feel better afterwards? Well, that's because you're releasing the cortisol in your tears. You can also release cortisol by, exercising, walking, breathing, doing yoga, things like that. But crying is also a way. So whenever you don't have any of those, cry, my friend, cry. So wait, hold on, I forgot what the point was. Oh yeah, so it improves your mental health. So um, so yeah, mindfulness improves your mental health. You don't have to judge your emotions and um, your thoughts, and that helps you develop a better relationship with yourself and be more resilient through adversity. And then number three, enhances focus and productivity. Like I said, like today was a perfect example for me. I was upset about going to eat with my son. I didn't want to go. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to waste so much time. I don't want to go there." But I did it. And I feel like that made me happy, and it made me feel so good about myself that I came here. I came to talk on my podcast, and I'm enjoying it. I'm giving it my all, and I'm doing it from love because oh my god, I get to do this. I get to freaking go eat with my son, and now I'm here in front of a camera and a microphone, and I'm doing this, and I get to do this, and I dreamed of this one day. I was like, oh my God, I wish I can stay home and I can have a podcast and I can have a YouTube channel and I can go eat with my kids and I can spend time with my kids. Shoot, I'm doing it right now and I'm giving it my all and I'm doing it from love. So that's also, gives me the opportunity. I bet you want, like, I don't know what I bet, but I bet that if I didn't go, if I haven't had gone to eat with my son, I would have done my podcast and I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it the way I'm doing it right now. I would have done it, but more like from a stressed up mental state and complaining and also feeling guilty that I didn't go eat with my son and also feeling like, oh my God, I'm a failure as a mom. I'm not doing things right and I should have done it. And I would have been like in my head. And instead, I chose to do the things that I love and the things that I want to do. And I didn't judge myself for that. And I said, you know what? If the podcast doesn't happen right now, it won't happen, but it will happen later. It will happen tomorrow. It will happen at some point this week, but I'm not going to judge myself and I'm not going to push myself and I'm not going to let myself be stressed about this. And I'm going to go be a mom and I'm going to go um, love my kid and make him happy. And look, this is happening. My podcast is happening. I am in a better position now because of this, and I'm enjoying it more because of that. So, mindfulness also um, allows you to enjoy what the things that you do, even if it's work or anything. It allows you to get to enjoy it because you get to know that you are privileged and you get to do the things that you do, even if those things at the moment don't feel the best, or you're not all in and you're not enjoying it so much. Even then, you have the choice to say, you know what? I get to do this. I get to, come to work and do all of this. I get to, for example, like I hate doing dishes, right? But I get to do dishes. There are a lot of people that don't have any food, and I have a lot of food in my fridge and I am able to cook and I am able to do the dishes because I ate. So all of these things are accomplished by practicing mindfulness. And I hope that I share something good for you and that you enjoy this podcast. Please subscribe and follow it if you enjoyed it and if you want to hear more or if you want to see more. I truly, truly appreciate all your support. I want to keep growing. I want to keep doing things, and I want to do it for the community. I want to do it for my for my people and to help others. I wish like I could reach as many people as I can, and for me to bring that drop of hope into people's lives so they can also experience, what's on the other side of stress, what's on the other side of anxiety, what's on the other side of depression and sadness and emptiness and loneliness. I went through all of those things, and now I'm on the other side. I do go back to those things, because I'm a human being, and sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel lonely, and sometimes I feel regretful or whatever the feeling may be. But I get to go back to the other side, and I get to go back to where my heart feels love, and my heart feels at peace and joyful. So I do want to bring that to you, to anyone that would use it or need it, or that can benefit from this. I want to do my part so we can live this world. Whenever I live this world, it'll be better because I tried. And it'll be better because someone listened to this and decided to also experience the other side of the road, the other side of the stress and depression, anxiety, and all of that. So please, if you like it, and if you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, and share it with your friends so we can keep growing as a community. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys, and I see you guys on my next episode, where I'm going to be talking about practices, mindfulness practices. Okay, bye.